Hey guys, I have one question for you. Have you ever stepped up to the tee, taken a nice backswing, what you feel is good, and then you just come right over the top and you slice it into the next fairway or even one more over than that? It happens to everybody. It's probably one of the top problems that our clients deal with, and that's starting the downswing with your upper body. So you get here, and I always say if you give a guy a stick and tell him to hit a ball, he's going to use his arms. Not many people are going to think, okay, if I'm going to hit that ball, I'm going to hit it with my legs. But in golf, it's so important to get the downswing started with your lower body, and that's what I'm going to show you today in this video. I have 4 different tips. Number 1 is just understanding that move. Number 2 is getting the mobility or flexibility to be able to do that. Number 3 is having the stability to use your lower body first. And then the last thing is a couple swing tips or things that you can practice and some tools that you can use. So stay tuned. All right, so the first thing you have to be able to do is understand how to separate your upper and lower body. And the way we do that is just take a stick or a golf club, put it across your shoulders, and turn your lower body and try not to let the stick move. So you're turning your lower body. A lot of the mistakes we see is people go lock your leg this way. We don't want to do any Elvis dances. We just want to make sure you're turning your lower body, not so much with the knees, but you're moving your lower body and this stick is staying still. If you can't do that, then you want to put the stick on the ground, try and use that stability in your upper body, and then you're going to try that again. If the stick is still moving all over the place, grab something that's a solid object and you could hold on to it to add that stability to your upper body, and then try it that way. The next thing we want to do is keep the lower body stable and turn the shoulders. So I always say, I tell my clients, I'm going to look at their belt buckle or the strings on their shorts. I don't want it to move. All you're going to do is turn your shoulders. I don't really care how far you can turn your shoulders, just don't let your lower body move. Try that one, and if you can't do that one, the other thing you can do is just move just a little bit and then really keep that lower body stable. Try and engage the muscles on the insides of your thighs and even squeeze your butt cheeks. It's going to help. So understanding how to make that move is really important, and those are 3 tips that's going to help you to do that. Okay, so the next thing is the mobility to be able to make that move and keep your upper body there while your lower body starts the backswing. A lot of golf instructors you hear, they'll say, keep your back to the target a little bit longer while your lower body starts. And this is 2 exercises, just kidding, 3 exercises that are going to help you to get that mobility. So number 1 is I'll have a lot of clients and they'll go, look, I can make a big shoulder turn and start my lower body. And a lot of people can, but it's when you add the arms into the back of your swing, the top of your backswing, is when you want to be here and then turn your lower body. And it creates a whole nother element, because this is pretty easy to do for most people, is to start it this way. But when you add the arms in, it's a whole nother challenge. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take another stick, and I'm telling you guys, you can go down to the Home Depot or Lowe's and get a 6-foot and a 4-foot, 1/2-inch diameter or 3/4 inch diameter dowel rod, and it's a great stretching tools for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this to the right side. If we're a right-handed golfer, you're going to stand right next to, about a foot away from your back foot. You're going to grab it with both hands. So you're going to keep your left hand low. Now you're going to go to what you would feel is the top of your backswing, and all you're going to do is you're going to take your top hand and you're going to push away, and you're going to turn your lower body with your downswing. So you're going to, top hand's going to push, and you're going to feel like you're trying to start your downswing. You're going to feel a huge stretch in the back of the shoulder all the way down the whole left side, and that is going to be your stretch to get that whole lat and oblique on that side to give you that release or that motion that you're going to need to keep your arms up here just a split second longer while your lower body starts the downswing. All right, so with the last 2 mobility exercises for the obliques and lats, we're going to use the 4-foot dowel rod. So this is one of my favorites for especially getting that extension in your left arm for the right-handed golfer. So you're going to take your hand and you're going to put your right hand palm down and then your left hand palm up. So you're going to hold on to the stick. You can also use an iron for this as well if you haven't been to Lowe's or Home Depot lately. So what we're going to do is you're going to flip it over, all the way over. That way now you're getting a big extension in your left shoulder, and you're going to get into a driver posture, and then you're going to go to the top of your backswing. Really feel like you're pushing up with your bottom hand, giving you a huge stretch in this shoulder and this lat and oblique on the side. So we'll get back into that position. Palm down, palm up, flip it here, and now we're just going to, from here, once you get that big stretch, we're going to try and hold it here with the right hand and then turn your lower body. So you're going to try and turn your lower body first, keeping those hands right where they are, especially with that stick. If you find this is tough, like this wants to come with you, then use your 6-foot dowel rod or grab onto something that's a little more sturdy that's not going to move for you. And then the third one is going to be, you're going to take the stick straight up over your head, just like this. Get your arms as far up as you can, elbows as straight as you can, and you're just going to go lean as far as you can to the right side. So you're going to extend this whole left side of your body, giving yourself a big stretch. And then from here, you're going to feel like you're taking the downswing. So you're turning your lower body, but you're keeping your upper body back. So you're going to lean over as far as you can, turn your lower body, keep that upper body back. So 3 really good mobility exercises that's going to help you keep that upper body where it's at and get that lower body started first. All right, so now let's work on that lower body stability. Really important to have that base in your lower body and be able to turn that base while your upper body is staying still. So here's 3 really good exercises. Again, all for right-handed golfers. So we're going to take our our right foot forward, our left foot back. So you're into a lunge position. The wider you go, the more base you're going to have. The more narrow is it's going to be a little bit more challenging. So you're going to cross your arms right over your chest. And from here, all you're going to do is you're going to turn your lower body and keep your chest where it's at. So I'm using the inside of my right thigh to push, and my hips are thrusting left. So I'm using my right butt cheek, I'm squeezing my right butt cheek, I'm using this to pull, and I'm keeping my upper body right where it's at. So I'm turning just like that. If that's hard for you to keep your upper body stable, then we might use our 4-inch dowel rod. Just hold it down here. Do the same thing, get here, and then turn the lower body. So then you're going to feel that the stick's going to give you a little bit of support in your upper body. That's a great exercise to feel that separation from the lower body. The next one is a staple in pretty much all of our training, and it's called the stork turn. I like to use the dowel rod just for some balance so I can get full range of motion. So I'm going to take the dowel rod, put it on my right side, put my right foot behind my left knee, and then I'm just going to rotate. I'm going to take this knee and I'm going to rotate it over my left leg. Try and keep your shoulders up here stable and just get that feeling. You can get some speed on this one. Just be careful if you feel any knee pain, then you want to stop. And then the last one is a really good one. I call it the Heisman Trophy. What you're going to do is you're going to step up. If you don't have a step, that's fine. You can do this right from the floor too. But you're going to step up with your left foot, and then from here you're going to keep your upper body stable. I like to put my arms out in front so I know they're not moving, and then I'm just going to step up and turn my lower body. So get here, turn, up, turn. So if you don't have a step, you can just step forward, turn. It's a lot like the stork turn, but it's a little bit more dynamic. I like the step because it helps you to engage your left glute. So this is a great exercise that's going to help you work on your balance. And as you get a little bit better with this, you can add a little leg kick. So we go up and then we kick, kind of like the Rockettes. So we're kicking around that side. You always want to challenge yourself so you're getting a little bit unstable, so your glutes and everything else has to work. So 3 really good exercises for that lower body stability, and it's going to help you to get that lower body started first. All right, so last thing is incorporating it into your swing, putting it into your swing. A lot of golf instructors, like I said earlier, will use the cues of take it to the top of your backswing, feel like your upper back or your back stays to the target a little bit longer while this starts. Or they could say, like, get a little bit more width and then feel like your hands are pushing away as your lower body's pushing down. Really all good tips. It just matters what resonates with you and what you can incorporate. by doing all those exercises, it's going to make it a lot easier when your golf instructor asks you to do that. So 2 good tools I like to use, and again, I'm going to take the 6-foot dowel rod. Now, when you do this, just make sure you have plenty of room. I probably do this in your driveway or in the backyard or somewhere where there's not a lot of things that you can hit. But you're just going to swing this, and you could probably swing towards the ground, but I like to just swing it straight this way and make sure you're not going to hit anything before you do it. So here, and then, so that whoosh is going to keep that, the length of the stick is going to help keep my shoulders back while my lower body moves. So it's a really good tool just to get something longer, because when I go back here, I'm going to feel that turning of the lower body. The other good piece of equipment is the Gold Flex by Skills. There's also the Orange Whip. They haven't sent me one yet, but this one's really good because it's really flimsy. So when you take it back, it allows your hands to set while your lower body starts the downswing. So you can get here. This is going to allow you to set, and then you're going to really feel your hips coming down first. Those are good tools just to put it into your swing, and then next time you grab your driver, really feel like you're starting that lower body first in your downswing while your upper body waits for a little bit.